season-high 48 points Monday night against Indianapolis. Purdy to the air right away. They jumped around. It's picked off. The Bears have it. T.J. Edwards inside the 10 to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago on the opening play. Jalen Johnson tipped it, and the turnover-prone Bears get it another one.
Jalen Johnson on the outside is going to jump this, coming off of groin surgery. They said that he is finally back where he's ready to play every snap, and he was certainly ready for the first snap.
What a start in the Chicago team that leads the league in picks. As they face 3rd and 7 against a 4-man rush. Purdy in the middle, it's caught. Tonjes with the catch. First down, San Francisco. Values check in motion, leading the way from McCaffrey. Running right. Christian with 9 to the 35-yard line. So bring up 2nd and 10 for Purdy. Empty it out. Toss is complete. It's Tonjes again for the 2nd time on this drive. He'll be a couple shy of the first down. 3rd and 2. Fake to McCaffrey. Purdy moves, flies towards the end zone. It's down at the 1 to Demarcus Robinson, but a flag came down in the secondary as well. 1st and goal from the 1. Purdy.
Touchdown.
Launching to the end zone for the touchdown by Tonjes. What a response from San Francisco.
You don't see this Bears defense make this kind of mistake. The only guy possibly that could have gotten out of there was Edmonds, and for whatever reason, he didn't. Just nobody back on it back in.
Tonjes like, hey, I'm here. Come on.
He wanted to bring that ball.
An illness going through the Bears team. Olamide Zaccheaus, one of their dependable receivers, out tonight because of that illness. Williams' throw is complete. Cole Kmet, the tight end. Third and 3, and back to the air. Williams saw this check down covered. In some trouble here, going sideline incomplete. Drive 3 for San Francisco begins at their own 20. And Purdy back to the air, middle of the field in traffic. The catch again for Tonjes, and a first down just past the 30. And both of their teams 11 and 4 and trying to get a 1 seed. Bears bringing 5. Purdy had it knocked down again. And that's Austin Booker again. So a couple of times.
They thought he was trending in the right direction, or they would not have brought him here. We'll see how he holds up.
And illness has been a problem. 3rd and 4. Williams throws. DJ Moore broken up. Jair Brown knocks it away. He's got it to add to the running yard total here. McCaffrey first down, sideline. McCaffrey's longest run of the year. All the way down to the 23-yard line. By far his longest run of the season, 43 yards. And there he is, the 3rd-year man out of Miami. Started 10 games last year. From the 25, McCaffrey catches his breath. Robinson runs inside. Big run for Brian Robinson for 15 yards. Purdy on the boots, got space. Gonna take off inside the 5. Purdy to the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
These two quarterbacks, we talked about it. What do? Once they break the pocket, they hold the ball longer than any two quarterbacks in the NFL because they do a lot of this. And when they press down on the line of scrimmage, you have a choice. Do I drop coverage? Do I go up and make a tackle? And Brock Purdy just...
Bethune has taken over that spot after the Fred Warner injury for the 49ers. 2nd and 10, Chicago going pass heavy here tonight. And it's complete into the hands of Luther Burden, another rookie out of Missouri.
Yep. All of a sudden, do you want to risk it here, or are you going to risk it in the playoffs?
Fake to Swift, Williams sliding it inside. There goes Cole Kmet. 3 blockers ahead of him, and submarine by Bethune to get to him. And a flag comes down, 2 of them, as he's brought down at the 49-yard line. So to the 35-yard line it goes. And a first down for the Bears. And Williams to the air one more time, sending it downfield to the end zone for Burden. He's got it. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden just told you about his ability behind the secondary, and Williams hits him.
Game after game, and game winners out there all the way across the field here. And I am going to watch this thing over the top, and just a little flip of the wrist here for Williams under pressure has made such a difference for his career and the career of Drew Brees. But the other thing is they're getting protection up front too.
Play pass here on 2nd and 10, looking for something deep, coming sideline Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall to the 45-yard line, gain of 30 for the wide receiver. They've been out. Purdy keeping. Outraces Montez Sweat and slides for the first down. Beat Seattle here next Sunday, and they are the #1 seed. Second quarter begins. 2nd and 11. Purdy throws. It's caught by Pearsall back in the lineup. Just shy of the 20-yard line. It's a first down. McCaffrey moving inside to open space. McCaffrey, great move. 16 yards to the 5. First and goal, 49ers. First and goal, use check in motion. Leading the way from McCaffrey to the edge, to the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. CMC TD.
So you're going to get the same motion here, and then instead of the cutback lane, now they're going to stay outside zone on this play and come up with a touchdown. So they have basically given the Bears the same sort of looks out there.
The ground game can be punishing. We'll see if they get to it. It is the run to the right. And there goes Monangai. Kyle Monangai across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Once you see that start to happen, then the play action comes around.
And there it is, the fake. It's Monangai in the flat. Good move, open space. He'll get a first down at the 36-yard line. Theo Benedett, the extra offensive lineman, moved. Free play for Williams as the flag is down. So Caleb looking to launch. Does towards the end zone. Touchdown! Colston Loveland! So it was a free play. Williams taking advantage of it. And if the flag is on the Niners, we're an extra point from a tie game.
Offside. Defense number 93. Our penalties decline. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Very calmly, after he knew he had it, watch him just drift over here, buy a little time. He knew he was going to throw it deep. Why not? You have nothing to lose at that point, and just roped it in there. That thing never got more than like 10 yards off the ground.
And Bethune, the line. 2nd and 6, and Purdy throws across the middle, and it's caught. Steve Tonjes again, filling in for Kittle to the 41-yard line. So the Chicago 45, Purdy out of the pocket, look out from behind, taken down. The big first half for Austin Booker continues. And again, that's Pleasance, the left tackle who was beaten. He's filling in for Trent Williams. Injured his hamstring on the first snap. Loss of 7, Purdy to the air inside McCaffrey to the 37. Too shy of the first down as Christian McCaffrey comes up with the grab. Pinheiro has range at 56. Going to go for it on 4th and 3. And Purdy delivers in the middle for the first down. It's Pearsall with another big grab in this half to the 24-yard line. 2nd and goal. Purdy looking left, going that way. Jawan Jennings heard from for the first time tonight. LaShawn Wright, the tackle. 2nd and goal. Purdy keeping, and he scores again.
We got Montez Sweat right there, is going to be unblocked. That's the read. If Sweat takes a step down, here we go. It's exactly what happened. Took the misstep and down the line, and I'm just going to say, we talked about it. It is the ability.
Niners showing pressure. They don't bring pressure often. Get through here. Williams on the run. Puts it up sideline. Nothing doing. Got rid of it. It'll be 4th down. Keon White was the free rusher for San Francisco. Got right around Dahlman in the center. Torrey Taylor to kick it away. Rocket shot here. Big kick all the way back to the 10. And Sky Moore gets tagged there by Jalen Jones.
But let's see if they start. Nope. They're staying back on this one, so run the ball, and yet they still can't get it going.
And Monangai gets thrown down by Sam Okuwanu for a loss of 2 yards. 3rd and 14. Niners bring 4. Williams protected. Going up top. He's got it out of bounds. Jade Walker, who had the big touchdown catch. 3rd and goal. DeAndre Swift to the edge. Cuts it inside for the touchdown. Jonah Jackson was out there blocking. Swift takes it inside. An extra point away from a tie game.
I'll tell you, when you get these kind of blocks on the edge outside, it just completely makes the play. You take out the outside part of it. There's nobody left. Everybody sort of trips over him. And the Chicago Bears with an answer coming out. It has been...
And you mentioned Williams. He is now officially ruled out for the remainder of the game with that hamstring injury. Purdy, first down throw, and beautiful layered throw. Inside the 40 is Kendrick Bourne with the reception. Was in at quarterback when Purdy was out with the injury. Their familiarity from New England carried over. A couple of 100-yard games. First down from the 30. Purdy inside. Juszczyk comes back to get it. Brought down to the 22-yard line by Brisker. Brian Robinson's the back on 2nd and 5. Purdy looks his way. Goes his way. Cuts back inside. Fights forward for the first down. What a job he did to get by the initial contact and get right to where the marker is. And it will be 1st and goal for San Francisco. Had to go quick with the play clock running down. He did. It's a boot. Purdy pulling back, stepping forward, throwing on the run. Touchdown! What a play, Purdy! Juszczyk on the business end. You deserve to dance.
The play only starts when this guy takes off. It has been the Brock Purdy show out here tonight. From the beginning, you knew it was going to be a scramble-off between these two quarterbacks. Look at Juszczyk. He was just sitting there watching the show. He kind of got lost in the whole thing. But this comes up a little short sometimes in the box.
2nd and 5. Williams sliced inside, so it's got a first down. He's got 10 to the 35-yard line.
But maybe some pressure in his face. Maybe that's the way they're taking it away.
3rd and 8. They do bring the pressure. Again, it's a jailbreak. This time Williams escapes, fires on the run sideline. It's caught at the 36-yard line by Burden. There is a Upton Stout off the field for San Francisco, being checked out in the 10th. 2nd and 12. Caleb Williams out quick, on time, on target. Jade Walker backwards out of bounds, one shy of the first down. 3rd and 1 coming up. 4th and 5. Pressure comes. Williams throws inside, complete to Loveland. 2nd-year man to the rookie. Back-to-back first-round picks get a Chicago first down as we get to the end of the 3rd quarter. And some of the lights off for the music performance between quarters. We're now at full lights as Swift gets up to full speed and scores a touchdown. DeAndre Swift. I don't need those stinking lights. 35-34.
Who's going to get the key block right there that's going to spring DeAndre Swift? This has been a team effort. Both sides of the ball, tight ends, wide receivers blocking, running backs doing spectacular things. If this is a preview of the playoffs, sign me up.
McCaffrey splits out 3rd and 7. They bring 4. Purdy fires middle. Pearsall having a night. First down at the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 19, and the Niners stay on the move. 3rd and 7, Bourne in motion. Here's a little pressure on Purdy. Got to him, and it's incomplete. Sports. We're going to have the Olympics and the Super Bowl, the greatest sports day any network ever has. We'll have it for you coming up in 6 weeks on NBC. from the 11. Caleb Williams with the pass. It's caught. It's a hot start to this drive. Luther Burden to the 36-yard line. That's 25. Second and 7. With pressure coming. Manungai running away from it on the other side. Through the tackle. Very close to the first down. He's just short. Play action again. It's worked well. On the run. Got Loveland again to the 19-yard line. Loveland top of the screen, Burden at the bottom. They've had the big night so far for the Bears. Williams pass, caught by Manungai, taken out of bounds by D. Winters. Flag late on the play here. So this was going on downfield. Loveland was engaged, I believe, with Bethune.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 48. This penalty is half the distance to the goal and includes an automatic first down.
Terry McCauley is at the point. The hero against Green Bay. Janae Walker is the man in motion on 3rd and goal. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Williams going to check it here off Manungai's hands, incomplete. And for a second, for a Chicago lead. And from 29 yards, the veteran 34-year-old.
Right.
On 3rd and 6, 5 in the pattern. Purdy trying to escape, throws, it's caught by Tunges, who has the first down. He stopped, twisted away from T.J. Edwards. To the San Francisco 44, 3:14 to go. Fake to McCaffrey, come right back to him with some blocking. McCaffrey outside the number. There goes Christian McCaffrey, inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Here, what's been happening? Use check in motion. Still Purdy with a clean pocket. It's complete. It's Jawan Jennings to the pylon. Touchdown! The Niners take the lead.
There it is, Mike. You're going to see these linebackers react down to Tonjes. Here's the dig I was talking about. They react up to that underneath route. It was a Tampa 2. The linebacker that time, Edwards, reacted up, left the hole that he was supposed to have covered in the middle of that defense. And there it goes. Unbelievable. Kyle Shanahan saw it. He saw exactly. Really needs some action from Bryce Huff here. He is the one edge rusher that could get it done for San Francisco.
Bottom of the screen, 47. He's contained. His pass is deflected. It's incomplete. Big hands of Alfred Collins getting up to bat it away. The rookie second-round pick out of Texas sets up second down. This is 3rd and 4 for Chicago. Williams escaping the pocket, taking off, running for the first down, getting to the sideline, and getting the first down. Burden and Walker, the receivers, top of the screen. Burden in motion. Here comes some pressure. It's out. George Burden stops on a dime, turns forward for the first down. What a run by Burden, just shy of the 30-yard line with exactly a minute left in regulation.
They're showing a 0 blitz like they're bringing the house. And then drop out.
And Williams looking, he throws, it's caught, it's Loveland inside the 15 to the 13. They stay alive, 25 seconds left. Timeout, Chicago, their last. Walker and DJ Moore top of the screen. Tight ends to the bottom. 2nd and 10. Williams goes underneath. It's a little pitch. It's Swift. He's got the first down, but he's short, and there's 13 seconds left. 4 seconds left, 2nd and goal. Here is Williams. He's got to throw it to the end zone. Clock has expired. Williams keeps the play alive. He's looking. He's got to get rid of it. Retreating, he throws. Incomplete. It's over. And the Niners have won. Chased by Bryce Huff. Got away once. Got away again. Everybody was coming with him. Just couldn't get enough on it as he tried to reach Janae Walker to have another end of regulation drama catch for the rookie receiver. Credit the Niners and their relentless pressure. Yetur Gross-Matos was there at the end. Malik Mustafa and this defense finally comes up with a big play.